Hey everyone, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. If you're new, please consider subscribing. But you guys know what time it is. We're going to be discussing everything Shiba Inu, giving you guys my overall analysis on the price, see what has happened, and of course what we could be expecting as we do go further into this upcoming week ahead of us. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. If we're looking at majority of the markets today, we're starting to see some coins going back into the red over the past, 2 to 3 hours. And the reason as to why this is the case is because we saw something interesting happening with the dominance, and that did affect majority of the altcoins right now, and I think that is the reason as to why we're seeing some coins down right now. So if we're looking at Shiba Inu to be specific, of course that is what we're going to be talking about today. Shiba Inu's price is currently sitting at 2077, still about 4 zeros in front of the price. We're down about 4% over the past 24 hours in all Bitcoin, USD, and Ethereum comparative. So over the past few hours, seeing a little bit of a minor pullback. And again, like I said, that is due to Bitcoin dominance going up over the last 2 to 3 hours. But if we're looking at its market cap, $12.2 billion, and the 24-hour trading volume currently sitting at $4.2 billion. So we did see a massive move for Shiba Inu for over the last, you could say, 24 to 48 hours. It did retest the 78.6 Fibonacci retracement level, which we were discussing yesterday. There was a resistance that was coming in its way, and it was actually able to break out of that resistance and retest the 78.6 Fib zone, which I'm gonna of course highlight when we do get into it. But we're gonna talk about what exactly is next and where we could see Shiba Inu going as we do go further into this month, and of course as we do go further into the bull market. So before I get into it, as always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in cryptocurrency. So we're going to start off with a Bitcoin dominance. So, if you're looking at the Bitcoin dominance index, we have been seeing the dominance index pretty much pulling down since the 28th of Feb. That's when we did see, Bitcoin hitting a new yearly high. Since then, the dominance index has pretty much been in a downwards trajectory. We did see the dominance index go all the way down to 53.29%. And, what you're starting to see is a lot of altcoins having their time, which of course I discussed in my earlier updates yesterday. Altcoins have been having their time. A lot of people are making some life-changing gains, especially with meme coins. And recently, literally just a few hours ago, we saw dominance index shooting up to 54.32%, guys. This wick has impacted some of the coins to start seeing a little bit of a retracement. This is very interesting, and again, I think this is due to some manipulation that is occurring right now. Because if we're looking at the price of Bitcoin, you're looking at the price of Bitcoin, obviously you can see BTC went down to 61,400 just a few hours ago, and I think this is the reason we saw the dominance index shooting up. But Bitcoin is picking up back up to $61,771. But overall, guys, if you're looking at broader market, broader market still hasn't really been that much affected. Altcoins are outpacing Bitcoin by a massive margin. If you're looking at the weekly time frame, just a quick reminder as to how good the market is looking, as well as of course on the monthly time frame. But so far so good, and I indicated this in my other update as well. It's really important to see how Bitcoin reacts this week, and so far it's doing great. Of course, the CME futures are closed on the weekends. We usually do tend to see more manipulation than usual, but so far the way Bitcoin is holding is really nice. And if it's able to do this, and as we do go into the brand new week, I have a feeling Bitcoin has a chance to push up to $64,833. But would not also be surprised if we start seeing a consolidation phase like we did see back in February. You guys can pretty much see this for yourself right below the resistance at the 23.6. We saw the price of BTC start trading sideways for almost about 2.5 weeks before we saw this massive explosion. So could we see that happening? I would not be surprised. So it's really important to see how BTC reacts. But the most important thing that we want to be looking at is the fact that Bitcoin is back above $60,000 and really has been holding very strong above that crucial level of resistance. Of course, now it is a support. But what thing I want to talk about today is, of course, Shiba Inu, and where I personally see Shiba Inu going. And of course, my yesterday's update so far, I got great feedback. And of course, what I mean by getting great feedback is usually, Shiba Inu community is massive. And that's what I want to tell you guys first. But what I'm trying to say is, when I personally give my personal thoughts, and some people don't agree with it, usually people come and start getting at me. But so far, what people gave me the feedback, was amazing. People are like, Crypto ZX, we understand where you're coming from. It does make sense. In my previous update, if you did not watch it, I mentioned that the reason as to why we saw Shiba Inu have a significant move is because, of course, a lot of manipulation. And not only that, of course, this was one of the meme coins in the top 100. And in terms of market valuation, this is one of the biggest meme coins without a doubt. And it has a massive community. Look at just the holders itself, guys. 1.37 million holders. So the overall presence it has in the meme coin market is huge. A lot of people know about Shiba Inu, but I personally think there are other meme coins in this bull run that have the potential to take over Shiba Inu. Nothing against Shiba Inu itself, nor its holders. I give neutral updates. The reason as to why I think there are other projects in terms of meme coins that could take over Shiba Inu's presence is because investors like new, something fresh, and that itself can bring in more hype rather than on Shiba Inu. Of course, they brought in utility, but that did not go as well as a lot of people thought. Shibarium, in my opinion, did not live up to its hype, but the community is still massive, and community at the end of the day when it comes to meme coins plays such a massive role. And we're not, of course, going to deny the fact that Shiba Inu did hold in terms of its market valuation in billions of dollars in terms of market cap even throughout the bear market. So of course that's worthwhile noting. Of course I'm not going to ignore that, but with that said, I think there are other meme coins in the market that have the potential to overtake Shiba Inu this cycle. But again, that's my own personal opinion. But do let me know in the comments down below if you think that's not going to be the case and why you think that won't be the case. But if you're looking at the price, we saw exactly what Shiba Inu I was expecting it to do, and it did that. So we did see that retest right at the 78.6 Fibonacci retracement level. So at this point, if you're literally looking at the fib zones, these are not just random zones that I have on the charts. These are actually key. When I say key, this is very much what I mean. It's a very, very important key levels for the price, and you can literally see this for yourself. You can't make these things up. We saw the price break out of that resistance at 2111. That's where it was pretty much hanging around yesterday when I made that update. And after it broke out of that key resistance, we went up an additional, you could say, 11.92%. And of course, you guys can see the 78.6 Fibonacci retracement level is a massive, massive level of resistance for the price of Shiba Inu. If I were to zoom out, you can pretty much see how much support we have around that range. And of course, now that exact support which we had back in 2021 is playing as a level of resistance. And you can literally see we touched that 78.6, got rejected, and right now we're being retested at our previous resistance as the price of Shiba Inu was breaking out. So of course, if you want to put that into perspective, we saw a rejection down about 12.75%, which is very, very normal. If you really want to put this move into perspective as well, from February 26th all the way till yesterday, we did see Shib also go up 148%. Now, you guys might be looking and saying at this, oh, well, Crypto ZX, who cares? If you're looking at Pepe, Pepe and WIF token is up 610%. But the difference between the two is, Shiba Inu has already a higher market valuation. And a lot of people, especially the newcomers, really need to understand what market caps are and the significance of these market caps. These coins have been running up with such short market caps, and of course a hype factor revolving around, and we're in a meme coin season right now. Of course, this is going to help some of these gems that have gained a lot of popularity over the past 2 to 3 months to get to some high levels, such as Pepe, such as of course Bonk. You guys get the idea. So we need to keep this factor in mind, and it's really, really impressive, of course, to see this type of move. But I still do believe there was manipulation that was involved. But like I said, manipulation always price isn't a bad thing. It could turn things around for a project. It could bring in more hype that it didn't really have before this move. And I think this is what's happening with Shiba Inu. More eyes that weren't on it going back to it now. So it's going to be really, really interesting to see how this thing plays out. Of course, if we're able to break out of this 78.6 key resistance, the next main target that I would be looking at is the 29.43. But do let me know down below what you guys personally think, and of course do let me know if you think some other coin is going to take over Shiba Inu spot. In my opinion, nothing will take over Dogecoin spot, but I do think Shiba Inu has a competitor out there that will come and start knocking on the door. But do let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Love you all. See you tomorrow in Crypto ZX, and peace out.